Hello, and thank you for clicking on my channel, Cali Legends Media. I'd like to begin by thanking all the subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you, especially all of you that are busy on the comment section. I enjoy talking with you and seeing you guys converse with one another. That's what this channel is all about. Excuse me. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, the thumbs up, and the notification bell if you'd like to be notified whenever another video comes out. There's no cost associated with joining. It's 100% free. And you can also go back and watch several other videos that I've already done in the past. This is a new channel. It's only going on 2 months since I began this journey. And I'd like to welcome everybody to join. Okay, so today's video is going to talk about a very controversial issue, something that's very sensitive to a lot of people, and that is the racism that exists in prison and in jail. There's no other way to put it. It's racism. The different races don't like each other. The whites disdain the blacks disdain the whites, they disdain the sureños disdain, it's like a bunch of racial stuff going on. But I gotta say, regardless of all of that going on, there's individuals that don't have a racist bone in their body, and are caught up in this whirlpool of hatred, And it's real. I know. I've seen it. I've seen it for years. This has existed for years. I could only think it's because of the history, all the things that the Sureños and the Mexicans have done to the blacks, and the blacks to them, and the whites, and everything that has happened between the different races throughout the years has cultivated a hotbed of hatred and racism. I know because I've sat with blacks and I've sat around with whites, and I've heard the comments. I've heard the blacks talk about the whites and the whites talk about, and it's just nonsense. It's hatred. They feel the way they feel for whatever reason. I never really was able to understand it 100%. See, with me, I was brought up around blacks. Okay. My cousin and my grandmother owned my grandmother owned the house, but my cousin and my aunt lived there, and I often stood weekends with my aunt. And it was in Crip territory, And yeah, they chased us and tried to jump us and rob us a few times and stuff. But I think it was more just an opportunity for them. I don't think race played into it, to tell you the truth. This was back when I was very young, because my cousin lived there, and he had a bunch of black friends, and we go down their houses, man, and we go all together and go play basketball. Their families would welcome us in, and we'd stay for barbecues with their family, and they treated us good, There was nothing but love and respect, My dad had a lot of black friends. He had these two friends in particular. One was named Jarvis, and one they called Daddy. And we were always down Jarvis's and Daddy's house, man. For barbecues, for holidays, And I played with their kids, got in the pools with them. And, man, we were cool, Like, it was all good. Man, I have good memories, Getting a little older, I went to summer camp a few times, and I got along good with the blacks in the camp, I think I was the only one, I just didn't have that much fun with the whites, the kicking it with the blacks. I had more fun, I felt more comfortable with, I could be myself, do my thing, and they accepted me 100%, Well, not all of them. A few of them would make comments, but the ones that were close to me would turn around and tell them, nah, man, he's cool, man. He's like us, Don't even trip on him. You'll see. And man, by the end of the camp, you know, we were all good. You know, not saying that I wasn't good with the whites also, and the very few Mexican kids that were there. But I'm just saying, you know, I've never had a problem with people from different races, you know. I kicked it with the whites a lot in prison because I played for the rock band and the metal band, you know. And so I spent a lot of time with them, you know. I even kicked it a lot with the guy who had the yard for the whites, you know. I had no problems, except for when I had the problems and when we had to get off with the whites, you know, because they were my friends, you know, and I didn't have a problem with them, you know, and it felt bad having to take off on them and put the hurt to them, you know. It did. I'm gonna be honest about it. I'll be real about it, you know. And it also felt bad with the blacks because, you know what, the blacks were cool with me. I also played with the blacks in their band and the R&B band, and I did beats, you know, for certain a couple of rap songs that they were doing, you know, with Snoop Dogg's guitar and bass line in the back. I did the beats for them, you know, and it was all good, you know. A lot of them knew me because of that, and I'd be walking the yard and they'd be, hey, what's up, Lux? Hey, what's up, homie? You know. We got along fine, you know. We didn't break lines as far as the rules went, but there was a camaraderie there, you know, and it felt bad, you know, when we had to get off with them because I had no problems with them. You understand? But being in prison, you have certain duties, certain rules. So when the bell rang, I did what I had to do, you know, and. You know, I remember this one guy, man, big old white dude. He just happened to be the one, you know, that was close to me, and I'm taking off on him, and man, poor dude, he's a big dude, you know, and he was real close. He was up in the politics and stuff, you know, and he was like, hey, Lux, what did I do? What did I do? You know, he didn't do nothing. Dude didn't do nothing, you know. But it jumped with the whites, you know, and everybody jumped, and, you know, it is what it is, you know. And I think that changed our relationship, you know. There was like some mistrust after that, and I don't blame the guy, you know. It was a bad thing that went down, you know. In my area, you know, there's a few black people that live here in the neighborhood. We get along good, man. We talk, stop, and we bullshit. They got the same kind of dogs as me. We talk about the dogs, you know. It's like there's not a problem, you know, until there is, you know. Anyways, I know in some of my videos, hey, to be honest with you, I think in jail I fought more with black guys more than anybody, but it wasn't because of their skin color. That was the farthest thing from the reason why I was fighting with them. It was because of the actions that they did towards me, or how I felt disrespected or offended by the individual, not because the guy was black, not because the guy was white. It just had to do with a human situation that was going on that I didn't like, that I didn't appreciate, you know. And I think a lot of people are caught up on that, and even a lot of people learn to be racist by going to prison and by going to jail, you know. If they don't come in with it, you know, I'm pretty damn sure a lot of them leave with it, you know. And that's just par for the course, you know. That's just the way it is in jail and in prison. Anyways, this is just a short video that I wanted to put out. I know that Dubs from Dubs and Dub the Best channel on YouTube is under a lot of scrutiny right now concerning racism. I don't believe the guy's racist. I know that a lot of people get offended by hearing things, but believe it or not, things sometimes happen that are unbelievable. Like, you wouldn't believe that certain people would react a certain way, but why lie, you know? Anyways, I'm not sticking up for him. I'm not defending him or anything. I just, in my opinion, I just don't think the guy's racist. I really don't. In any case, that's not my lane. I'm just talking about myself and my experience with different races. I have no problems with them. I'm part of the human race, and that's who I get down with. People who are righteous with me, I'm righteous with them. That being said, thank you for sharing this time with me, for listening to this video, and I hope to see you on the next video. Please, let's keep our freedom. Let's cherish it and guard it with everything we got. Let's be out here for our family, our wives, our children, and those that love us, so that when they need us, we're here for them. Not so that we could be out here they could be here for us, but so that we can be here for them. That being said, thank you again for listening, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thank you, and God bless you all.